once the filming is completed, it's a 10 business day turnaround before we have, say, the first batch of videos. And that's once we've obviously received someone's logos, any branding requirements or anything else that's in there that we need to abide by, colors, logos, fonts, anything else that we need to sort of be aware of for someone's brand or guidelines or anything else that's applicable there. Within the first 10 business days, we'll have something ready for someone to look at. And if everything's there, and if we have a green light, and as long as we obviously have access to their socials, which we have a couple of guides on how to give us access and how to allow us to be able to publish on their behalf, we literally then just start publishing. And
Talking with the experts.
Hello and welcome to Talking with the Experts. My name's Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com, and Talking with the Experts is about all things business by business owners for business owners, and you can find it on all good podcasting streaming platforms and on YouTube. And today my special guest is Alan Howle, and Alan is from Triple Effect. And we're going to be discussing how to generate results with video. Now, Alan is a video coach and founder of a successful video agency, and it's called The Triple Effect, and best known for creating 6 months of video content for YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, all filmed in 2 days. So I'm really intrigued to find out how he actually does that. Welcome, Alan, and thanks for joining me today.
thank you so much for having me, Rose. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Now, tell me tell me a little bit more about the background of Triple Effect.
Yeah, so look, I think the idea or the name Triple Effect sort of came about with looking at ways to obviously you're in the digital marketing space as well, and you know the importance of consistency, showing up, and obviously being known for what it is that you do or the results that you generate. And for that reason, when I was thinking about a name for the business, we're looking at ways to do one, like basically work harder than smarter. And so during that process, what we were looking to do was obviously with video, not only create a video for multiple platforms, but also look to generate awareness, build an audience, and also generate results for our clients, just depending on what those results may be and what they're looking to do and achieve. So we film a single video and publish it across multiple channels, repurpose it for multiple uses, but also use it and use all the different strategies across, all the different places as well, including mail outs and everything else as well. So that's the idea behind the name Triple Effect.
Right. That makes sense.
Or so Ripple Effect. Ripple, it was actually a spin-on name, the word Ripple Effect with video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you can make a year's worth of videos in 2 days.
Yeah, sure. So the main thing it's 6 months in 2 days, but
about 6 months,
but you can still easily do a year's worth in 2 days as well. So effectively there's 26 weeks over the course of 6 months. Yeah. So if you were publishing out a weekly video, and we also do a social media post as well, we repurpose some of the things that people talk about in their videos and everything else. Mm-hmm. But effectively, if you split that up, that's 13 videos into film shoot days. It's very easy to actually do 26, but we were actually doing at a point doing 26 videos in a single day. We found that it was quite energy taxing on our clients. We're slurring their words as if they were drunk after, doing 26 videos. It's a lot of talking. So we've reduced it to 13, make the experience a little bit better, give people the opportunity to really put in the energy, their passion and everything else into each one of those 13 videos. So it's 13 and 13. We do actually split the days up 3 months apart. However, it really comes down to good planning, because once you understand your client, what you're looking to do and achieve, the hardest thing is getting all of your stuff set up. Like once you have a camera set up, once you've got all the lights, the mics and everything else ready to go, if you can have the prep done so that you know exactly what you're going to be talking about in those 13 different videos, and you have a clear understanding of what your objectives are and everything else, then the film date, it literally takes 3 or 4 hours to film, a 3 months worth or a day's worth, if you will. And then it's just about editing and everything else, which we do in-house. And then obviously we also do the publishing. So we publish to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram with all the bits and pieces like YouTube and screens and Google SEO tags and all that other gear. Do all Facebook audiences, hashtags across LinkedIn and Instagram, thumbnails, custom thumbnails for YouTube and IGTV as well. But we also go to the extent of also doing like a mail out for our clients. So engaging their email list, directing the traffic back to YouTube, taking care of everything from start to finish, so that, because as I sort of referred to like at the beginning, consistency is the hardest thing for any sort of business owner, especially if creating video content and doing all the editing is not your forte. We just try to take care of everything in between during that process.
So how on earth does someone come up with all those topics to record in such a short period of time?
Yeah, great question. So we actually have a process internally where we take people through a guided meditation. Now, the reason we take people through a guided meditation is just to have them at their peak creative state, their peak imaginative state. After that guided meditation, we ask a set of questions that's really, really thought-invoking. Questions like around your USP, or what's unique about you. What's unique about what you do and offer compared to if we're filming with a real estate agent, other real estate agents? What's different about like your values, your morals, and how you look at doing business? We also look at things like if you had the opportunity to present on TV or radio or a podcast, what sort of questions would you like to be asked? What would you like to be asked about that may not be common knowledge? Also, other questions around what are some of the most common questions you receive from your clients, vendors, or whoever your client, your typical customer is. Using a combination of this and then looking at their strategy, are you looking to really be known well on YouTube? Are you looking to support a Facebook campaign, or are you looking to just depending on the person, their objectives, and what they're looking to do and achieve will all depend on how that actually plays out on a film date when we do film and everything else. But we have a really, really nice guide to make sure that it's not just us deciding you should do this, you should do that. I think everything works best when someone works with us. They bring their creative A game and we allow them to bring that creative A game. And then we're obviously bringing our creative A game when it comes to the strategy and how to best get exposure. And more importantly, the hardest thing is to build trust, actually build trust online to actually achieve the result that you say you can achieve online is the hardest thing to do here, in this digital age. But really help to work towards those pieces to have people actually trust someone to actually generate the result that they're looking to achieve.
Yeah. So I guess what makes your business, different to all the other digital marketing businesses out there?
Yeah, sure. So I guess I don't know, the thing is, it's obviously going to come down to people's perception on what they believe is different. If I had a client ask me, if I had a potential prospect asking me, what's the difference between me and someone else? I think the biggest thing that I would consider is that we care, or I care a lot. I'll give you an example. I'm actually flying to the north. I'm based in New South Wales. I'm flying to the Northern Territory to Darwin on Monday, because I gave the client the opportunity. Look, I've got an incredible videographer who can come out and see you and everything else, but I'm also going to give you another price for what it's going to cost for me to come and do the exact same thing and everything else. And it's really just listening and understanding what someone wants. So what's different about us? We have an incredible structure that I don't know anyone else who's got the structure that we do, to create 6 months in 2 film dates and everything else that we do in between. But what also is potentially unique is just the way that we go about things and really have someone creatively bring their A game that they probably potentially didn't even know they could bring. And then probably the part that I like to think is that we care more than anyone else about what they're looking to do and achieve.
Right. So if someone were to film themselves for, all those episodes and then send you the details, are you able to still do the same sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll look to try and understand, have they got everything sorted? Do they have a really clear understanding of what they want? Or do they need a little bit of help with their strategy and everything else? But absolutely. We have people who record very interview-like things, like podcasts or whatever, sending us that footage. And then we do things like put banners at the top and the bottom, piece, 60 to 90 second clips so that they can show them on social media, and all those other things in between for people who already have something set in place and just want some help with the editing and really just bringing exposure to it.
Sounds really great, Alan. I guess moving sort of away from your business model, what kind of equipment does just a new person need just to get themselves started?
An iPhone. Most people, an iPhone or a smartphone these days will do more than enough to help someone get exactly what they want. And I think the biggest misconception is that you have to have the lighting, you have to have the right equipment and all that other, it's honestly bullshit. It's honestly what matters the most is the message that you're sharing and the heart that you have behind, the passion that you have behind that message. And when you really understand that it's a matter of simply just getting it out there, and the professionalism and the things that we do and offer, that will all help. That will give you a much more professional look. It will give you a much more professional sound. The structure and all those other things is there to help. But if you're just getting started and you don't have the budget to be able to, pay for someone or, work with a team or all those things, it's simply about getting moving. And there's more than enough technology in what's sitting in most people's pockets to be able to do that.
Yeah, great advice, because you get all this information that, when you start, you've got to have, the Rode or the Yeti Blue, and you've got to have, the studio lights and the selfie lights and the U-Butte, Logitech cameras and all those, or SLRs or DLRs or whatever they're called these days, and you can't do without them. But you're quite right about a phone, and you can do your phone anywhere.
Exactly right. And it's really understanding that it's not the technology that people are buying, it's the message. And so no matter how that message is delivered, as long as it's from your heart and as long as it's intended to add value and you're able to just review as you go along, then that's all it comes down to.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's I went and bought the equipment, but quite honestly, because I use my desktop, I don't use my phone, but to me it just made better sense. However, even if you're doing podcasting from home, you still don't need all the whiz bang stuff. You just need your laptop or desktop camera and earbuds. That's it. You don't really need much more than that.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you're in New South Wales. I thought you were still in West Australia. When did you move?
I have never been to Western Australia. Sorry.
Oh, I must be thinking of somebody else. There you go. My bad.
All right.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's all
now.
right. No, I've never stepped foot there, but I do plan on getting there at some stage. We've got a few clients over there at the moment anyway.
Perfect. Okay, so I guess, we've discussed the process of how you go through. So tell me the process after the videos are done, and I guess I know you've mentioned the social media platforms that you post on, but tell me the process after the filming's completed.
Yeah, so once the filming's completed, it's a 10 business day turnaround before we have, say, the first batch of videos, and that's once we've obviously received someone's logos, any branding requirements or anything else that's in there that we need to abide by, colors, logos, fonts, anything else that we need to sort of be aware of for someone's brand or guidelines or anything else that's applicable there. Within the first 10 business days, we'll have something ready for someone to look at. And if everything's there, and if we have a green light, and as long as we obviously have access to their socials, which we have a couple of guides on how to give us access and how to allow us to be able to publish on their behalf, we literally then just start publishing. And so we do give our clients the opportunity to write the text portion to a post. We can also take care of that as well. A lot of people use us because we're a complete set and forget sort of strategy, but there are people who still like to be involved in that process. And I actually encourage people to be involved in writing their own posts to accompany a video. But once we have like the text and everything else, we again take care of mail outs on MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or any sort of CRM, HubSpot. We also take care of obviously publishing it to YouTube, including, designing a custom thumbnail with photos that we've taken from the film date, with, some and all the bits and pieces that we're looking to do back from all the planning that we've done in the strategy. Implement all the YouTube tags based on the video, what they're looking to do overarching wise, and also include things like an end screen. So at the end of your video, people can subscribe, and they can also check out some of your other videos that you're publishing there as well. What else? We also, some people have us boost their videos, so we can put together an audience and put certain ad spend behind it, depending on what they're looking to do and achieve and everything else. We also look after, obviously, publishing on LinkedIn, adding any hashtags. It's the same with Instagram. We put it, most videos will be over 60 seconds, so they'll fit into the IGTV category. We'll do the thumbnails for IGTV, the tall screen thumbnails, obviously publish the videos themselves and add anything else in there as well. And I think the last part that I haven't talked about is we do a little bit of reporting on a monthly basis as well. And this is just an opportunity to really understand and see which videos are performing, which videos are not, which videos can, it's a really good reflection before going into the second, third, fourth, whatever day of filming it is for our particular client and what they're looking to do and achieve. And it's really cool because I love to have I not only obviously enjoy filming and enjoy building the relationships that I do with the clients that we work with, but I really enjoy creatively going back and forth. And it's quite interesting. Like sometimes my clients have come back to me and shared what they were looking to do. And we've creatively worked towards, implementing an idea, whether it's, on a whiteboard and sharing case studies or whatever the case is. And they've actually been some of the best performing videos that they've ever created. And I think that's probably the part that I love the most is being able to not only create a solution for people who are looking for consistency, professionalism, and to grow their business through sales leads or whatever, but also look to, build everything else. And I think the last part of this is that we also do look after things like landing pages, and we run Facebook ads and offer suggestions. So there's a set of buyers agents based in Victoria, who we're working very closely with to help them build the engagement within their Facebook groups, things that just help and support a business with the things that we're able to see and offer as well.
Oh, wow, a very comprehensive service. That's amazing, Alan. I didn't realise there was someone that could actually do that out there.
Yeah, and we're quite small and nimble. Look, we've obviously done a lot of work to make sure we're really, really affordable and everything else. And so there's a few different things that have gone into that process. And of course, we're still learning. We're still, listening and all those other things. But we're really excited about what we've got going on. And our clients are very happy. Our clients are very happy with what's happening as well. And we're always checking in just to make sure that is there opportunities to do something else. I have a coach who's based here in New South Wales, just outside of Sydney. And one of my suggestions to her was, it would be really cool to do a boardroom event and have you mic'd up for the entire thing and just answering questions to different people. And it'd be really cool to then split that up and use that as content, So we're always just creatively looking at ideas and things that can work into a system and structure, because the filming is the most costly thing, to have someone there, to have someone film and everything else. But if you can strategize it enough and work towards it, there's so many things that you can do that makes complete sense and will actually help you grow your business if you plan it out right. So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So you've written any books on anything?
No, I haven't written a book at this stage. I do plan on writing potentially something, but no, not at this stage.
I know. Do you have a podcast?
No, I've got a YouTube channel.
I know.
Yes.
You and your little girl, your daughter, you make films together, and they're so cute.
Yeah, thank you. So, Ruby and I, we've only posted a couple of videos on that channel, but Ruby asked me to bring the GoPro along, and we go to the beach quite a fair bit and see the stingrays and all the other things at the beach and everything else. And she loves it. I have a funny feeling she'll probably follow in my footsteps with the content that I'm doing and everything else as well. But she loves getting the GoPro out, having a look at things that she finds at the beach and talking about animals. She loves animals, loves puppy dogs and all those other things that kids love, and loves talking about it. So, yeah.
I know I came across one where she interviewed you. That was really great.
Oh, yes.
That was fabulous.
Yes.
She's just a little star, honestly.
Yeah, she is. She's very cute and yeah.
Oh, she's beyond cute, you know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So any advice for any potential clients or newbies that are coming on to want to do their business or do it themselves?
I would yeah, absolutely. So we I think the theme was talking about generating results, and really, it's you can get so things can get so complicated, just depending on who you listen to and what you're doing and everything else. And obviously perfection can come in the way when people are trying to put together a digital presence. But honestly, what I think you need to come back to is the bare basics of why you're doing it. Now, obviously, most people are intending to grow a business, but the reason that you're intending to grow a business or do anything for that reason is usually comes back to a core need or a core want to either self-express something that you can offer, whether that is through some sort of creative thinking, creative strategy, or whatever the case is, whether you have the skills to be able to negotiate with people in the real estate world, or whether it's you're a numbers person and you love accounting and you're like you really understand the system, the way that the tax works, or anything else, right? Whatever it is that you do, there's a core fundamental piece there as to why you're good at it. And it's whether it's a numbers game, relationships with people, or just your hunger or love for the game. Exactly, right? Whatever that is, that's why you're in business. And it's honestly, it's as simple as just backing yourself and your own ability to be able to have a crack at anything that you put your mind to. And so it's as simple as having a crack, understanding that you ideally want to build consistency, and that's something that you can build over a course of a period of time. But over a course of a period of time, you're not only going to get better, you're also going to find out things. And, whatever, and what we tend to find is that there's a lot of people who maybe start businesses and work towards working with someone like us who can take care of their digital marketing or their content. And know that they can just go and sell more homes or go and help more people or go whatever it is that they're looking to do and achieve. They know that all of that's sitting in the background, and it's just doing its thing that it needs to, So to finish off the conversation again, the real essence to actually generating results is sticking at it. Just like obviously listening, understand, like getting feedback, listening, and all those other things. Like any sort of relationship, it's video is simply just an extension or a microphone or an amplifier online through these digital channels. That's simply a matter of building relationships. And the more you can understand the fundamental basis of building relationships and adding value through those relationships, whether that's through your own experiences, whether it's a result that you can generate and help people to give tips along the way, the more that you consistently express value in a relationship, the more valuable, the clients are going to come and everything else. So it's about putting putting as much value forward as you possibly can, being consistent at it, and backing yourself during that process.
Perfectly perfect. Great advice. Now, where is the main place people can find you, Alan?
The main place, I guess if you're interested in finding out more about our videos and how we work and operate with, or even looking to see some of our work, or even download a product guide, the best place to do that is our website, which is trippleeffect.com.au. Or you can find me on any one of the socials: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, any one of those, via just typing in Alan Howle, AlanHowle.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I really enjoyed our conversation today, and my goodness, it was so enlightening. I love what you do. I think it's amazing. I've seen some of your videos, and because I'm on your emailing list, and I think they're really great. I think.
Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that.
I know they're so informative, and if anyone wants to get on Alan's list, please do, because you will learn heaps.
Thank you, Rose. I know that we've obviously had a few different chats along the way, about business and about different things and everything else. And I appreciate, not only the invite, but also, just having a chat and everything else. So not only, to your audience, but also to you, if there's anything that I can help you with in the future, please just let me know.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure they will too. I'm hoping that people will reach out after they watch this, because honestly, what you do is really good, and it's a much needed service in here.
It's probably more affordable than people realize as well. So if you're interested in finding out more, book in some time, and I'd love to walk through what it is that we do.
Want to send me your booking link, Alan, and I'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. I will talk to you very soon.
No worries. Thanks, Rose.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.